नमस्ते सर।
नमस्ते जी।
In 2019, I won the National Innovation Award.
Oh wow.
हम खाना बनाने के लिए गैस के पास जाते थे ना, खाना भी पक जाता था और हम भी पक जाते थे।
Here's a great fix which can actually solve the nutrition challenge as well.
मेरा मन कर रहा है मैं इसको shred कर दूं।
Love the way that you've gone about the entire process of taking something and then made a new substance out of it.
Let's find out who is winning this check. Are you guys ready?
We're here one last time for the season of this one-of-a-kind show, जहाँ पे you already know, 4 inventors present करेंगे अपने ideas हमारे panel के सामने. The panel will then decide which 2 are the best and send them to our labs so they can build them out. The finished products will then be judged by everyday people who will pick the winner who walks away with 10 lakh rupees. I'm Ahana Kumra, your host, and this is the Inventor Challenge. Have you ever read the label on the back of any food product? The ingredients have so many chemicals and compounds that you need a PhD in chemistry just to understand what's in that snack. Not to mention a PhD in English to even try to pronounce these words like monosodium sulfate. See, there, I've lost it. Not only are these bad for us, but they're even worse for the environment. So that's why today we're looking at inventions which can help us get back to everything that is organic in nature, to help us get back to clean living and take care of our planet. But before we get to the inventions, let me introduce you to the panel.
My name is Dhruv Madhok and I'm the director and co-founder of Arata, a plant-based personal care brand.
I'm also Dhruv. I'm also the co-founder of Irata, and I'm also the director.
Hi, I'm Saroor Zaidi, and I'm a social anthropologist who teaches in the School of Art and Architecture.
Hi, I'm Malini Agarwal. I'm the founder of Miss Malini Entertainment and co-founder of Good Creator Co.
Are you guys pumped?
We are.
Let's do it.
Everyone today is focused on what's inside. What's inside my food, what's inside my drink, what's inside the box. कि हम बाहर की चीज के बारे में बिल्कुल भूल जाते हैं. But for our next inventor, Shivam, what's on the outside is as important as what's on the inside. देखते हैं कि इन्होंने एक everyday challenge का क्या solution निकाला है.
Hi, how are you? What's your name?
My name is Shivam Amritesh. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Sanskar Bharati Global School in Bihar.
Wonderful.
So, Shivam, tell me a little bit more about yourself.
In 2019, I won the National Innovation Award, which is done by NIF, where I invented a device which helps people who are suffering from sleepwalking, epilepsy and all.
Fantastic, fantastic. So please tell us कि आपका invention क्या है?
Both of the those. I'd like to ask a question to you guys.
Sure.
Like 1 से 2 महीने में how much shampoo bottle do you consume?
You though for sure, many bottles.
So I actually end up using about 1 bottle every 2 months.
Probably the same. My hair slightly shorter, but yeah, I would say probably the same.
Same. We can say probably everyone uses at least 1 to 2 empty bottles of personal care or toiletry products every 1 to 2 months.
Right.
And हम सबको पता है plastic के harmful effects क्या-क्या हैं.
Correct.
Plastics are non-biodegradable. Each piece of plastic can take up to 500 years to decompose. And I wanted to change this. So one day while I was watching random YouTube videos on my phone, I came across this invention done by 2 college friends in London who invented an edible water bottle. And this blew my mind. जो इन्होंने mineral water bottle के साथ किया है, will do the same thing with every other product which uses plastic as their packaging material. After mineral water bottle, one of the most significant sources of plastic pollution comes from our toiletry products. So we settled down on using shampoo bottle for the beginning first product.
Okay.
After this, we did what every respectable science student should do, which is copying the assignment. And copied basically the same idea and used the same process. Instead of using water, we used shampoo ka solution. We kept on experimenting for months and didn't get any result. और हमें समझ नहीं आ रहा था हम गलत क्या कर रहे हैं. Until one day I realized What they made was edible. The outer layer of the bottle was supposed to be digested by the system.
Right.
What we were trying to achieve was a water dissolvable system because it will be used in toilets and washroom. The outer layer should dissolve in water.
Right.
But after this realization, our idea was crystal clear. Our idea composed of 3 elements. Number 1, a water dissolvable film, एक ऐसा layer जो पानी में घुल जाए. Number 2, an anhydrous solution of shampoo, एक shampoo का solution जिसमें पानी कम हो या फिर ना हो.
Correct.
And number 3, एक waterproof packaging solution which do not use plastic because if we use plastic to pack our product, it defeats the whole purpose of the product. From this time on forward, we started experimenting from the water-soluble film first, and through our experiment, we figured out the best components are probably polyvinyl alcohol and starch for our water-soluble film. And then we started making an anhydrous solution of shampoo. For our first prototype, we just used dry shampoo, which is normal shampoo, doesn't have water inside them, and work with that. And right now, we are trying to make a solution of shampoo using the same chemical, soap, detergent, thickener, and essential and mineral oils, but without the use of water.
Got it.
If we figure out the best way to make all these 3 components and combine them together, we can find a single solution to one of the most significant sources of plastic pollution in form of single-use, biodegradable, and water-dissolvable shampoo bubble.
Absolutely wonderful
Fantastic.
idea, because I think a lot of people use shampoos used predominantly by everyone.
And insight that we've had for a very, very long time is that our industry is infamous for plastic waste, for contaminating the environment and in general virgin plastic. There are a lot of plastic problems across the board. Any reason why you chose personal care specifically?
Actually, there are many people who are working in other sectors. Like I said, mineral water bottle, there are people who are trying then polythene package and bags. People are already finding alternatives to polythene bag and other stuff. So, but I never heard of any, innovative happening in personal care industry where people are trying to purposefully fight bad plastic. That's why I chose.
Are you saying that you're just going to offer the packaging to any brand?
Right now, I'm thinking about making my own shampoo. But
because I think that's kind of where the struggle might be, because people are very tied to their particular shampoos.
I know.
हाँ, अच्छा, एक छोटा सा टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन है तुम्हारे लिए. तो ये जो आउटर कवरिंग है, वो जो लिक्विड को होल्ड करती है, और वो वाटर रेजिस्टेंस है, लेकिन उसके अंदर
नहीं, वाटर रेजिस्टेंट नहीं है.
उसका बताओ, थोड़ा टेक्निकल खोल के बताओ मुझे.
Polyvinyl, basically the one fundamental feature of that compound is कि वो पानी के कांटेक्ट में आते ही घुल जाएगा. Like it'll dissolve in water. So that's why our shampoo solution in anhydrous, which means that it has very little quantity of water. But that won't cause a problem with washing the hair because अब shower में पानी आपके हाथ में automatically आ ही जाएगा. Fundamental property of the outer layer is कि पानी के contact में आते ही घुल जाएगा, nothing else.
Fantastic.
It's a very valid problem. We're solving it in a different way. We're using recycled plastic instead of virgin plastic.
Right.
But this is going one step further, and I think this is the way of the future, because sustainability is going to become a very important aspect in all businesses.
I think we should give him a round of applause.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well done.
Fantastic job.
Thank you.
Well done.
Where are you going?
Very well
What is the whole thought behind the idea? What do you guys think?
I think what's really impressive, honestly, that aajkal people at this age, 18, are really thinking about the environment, which is not the case for even millennials, the older generations. And there is hope for the future, because I think that is a real prime example of the kind of inventions we need to see, things that change the world.
I think you guys are really brave. Meanwhile, you please come and show me what you have. मुझे भी देखना है कि तुम्हारी bottles कैसी दिखती हैं. We'll bring our next bunch of inventors. See you guys.
Bye.
अब बारी है हमारे नेक्स्ट इन्वेंटर्स रौनक और नागराजन की, जिन्होंने अपना आइडिया काफी अच्छी तरह से चना है. नहीं समझे? समझ जाओगे. Let's see if the panel has an appetite for this invention.
Welcome. Would love to know both of your names.
My name is Nagaraj.
My name is Ronak.
I'm basically a dairy technologist.
Oh, wow.
Thankfully, quite a few good mentors and great bosses in my career. So I've worked in many multinational corporations, and my last role was with Mother Dairy in Delhi.
Wow.
So I'm also a food technologist. So I've just completed my graduation. I'm a BTech in Food Technology and Management from NIFTM.
Wonderful.
How we landed up meeting was pure circumstances. I had gone over to his campus to deliver a small talk, and he was part of the organizing committee. A year later, he reached out for me to mentor. And then I said, I have something on the side. So can we start doing something together? And then here we are.
Fantastic. Fantastic. This is your moment. Go for it.
Okay. India, unfortunately, sees a serious challenge in terms of nutritional requirements, especially with the protein needs.
The average Indian intake is 48 grams versus recommendation of 60 grams. That is 20% deficiency daily. Protein sources are available, protein supplements are available, but they are expensive and they're not suitable for everyone. During our primary research, we found out that pulses and legumes are one of the most affordable sources of protein. But unfortunately in India, pulses processing ecosystem is not very advanced. Basin is one of the few examples. So this is the problem and we believe we have a solution. So the invention, if I sum up in 3 words, it's chickpea based cheese alternative. So you have your normal dairy cheese. We are saying we'll make cheese out of chickpea. So there are the one hook that we want to create is 20% more protein than normal cheese. And it will come at a super affordable price.
We want to make a product which is almost like a 3-in-1. You can slice it, you can spread it, and you can melt it.
Okay.
Having done the formats of consumption, we said it's also important that it must have really great taste, because nothing works in food if taste is not good. So what we've done is to visualize usage of garlic, usage of cumin, usage of chives. We can use herbs and pepper as well. So using this either in combination or separate, create a really mouth-watering delivery of the product. So what we are saying is, here's a great fix which can actually solve possibly the farmer problem, possibly the consumer problem, and hopefully the nutrition challenge as well. Thank you.
I want to ask you both, what are the ways of making this? What are the processes of putting this together that you have got this cheese out?
So when it comes to the process, there is a component called starch in the chickpea. So what we do is we make chickpea flour out of chickpea, then make a slurry, do the heat treatment and add some minor ingredients. We use the heat to gelatinize the starch and it forms a structure like somewhere like to cheese. Then we add flavor and it's done.
How much does it taste like cheese?
Yeah.
If you are, especially for the garlic flavor, if you spread it over bread and melt it, it's as good as a garlic bread in a gourmet restaurant.
And who did you test this with?
We have tested in the lab only.
In the lab.
So I turned vegan 3 years ago. During this journey, I found that there are predominantly 3 reasons why people turn vegan. Either the environment, about sustainability, it's either about health or about cruelty. So what I'm liking is that your invention here is solving for all 3, right? And nutrition being the most important part of this too. Do you think that this has the ability to potentially over time replace milk or say even something like peanut butter as an alternative to dairy and meat and everything else?
So when it comes to milk, milk is here to stay because it's a $140 billion industry and it will take time if people start converting first. Second, when it comes to alternatives, currently, if you have gone vegan, we have a conversation with many vegans and all of this think that when it comes to product, they are making a compromise. We want to change that scenario. How? We want to create a range of flavors which can easily be integrated into their diets. So if we are able to crack it, I think we can replace peanut butter in shorter period, and the long shot is to create an alternative for dairy.
Got it.
So if you have access to labs and you have access to a mentor and you have experience and energy, what is it that you're looking from a platform like the Inventor Challenge? Like, how is this lab worthy for us?
Oh no, we'll be foolish if we were to assume that we've cracked the problem. Meaning there are quite a few issues. For one, the texture of the finished product needs to be really good. And if you get the plain version well, then afterwards the flavor addition is not the problem. So, but to get consistency of the finished product, to ensure that the entire process is well codified, it's not going to be all that simple. I mean, while we are trying to make it sound as though we've done it all, we're far from it.
Got it. Got it.
Thank you so much for this presentation of your idea.
Thank you. Thank you so much for listening in to us.
Thank you so much.
My God, इतनी सारी खाने की बातें हुई, मुझे तो सच्ची भूख लगाई. But I must show you what I did back there.
Yeah.
For the real protein lovers.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's go bring our other two inventors here and let's hear what their ideas are.
Fantastic. Thank
Can
you.
you tell me about
Thank
this
you.
protein thing, huh? This is great. Now it's time for our next inventors, Pradnya and Preeti from Nashik. And they believe they figured out a way to never let the fire die. But will it be enough to impress the panel?
नमस्ते मैम। नमस्ते सर।
नमस्ते जी।
अच्छा, आप कहाँ से हैं और आपका इन्वेंशन क्या है?
मैं प्रज्ञा और मैं प्रीति, हम दोनों जुड़वा बहनें हैं।
और आप दोनों में से सबसे बड़ा कौन है?
कितने सेकंड बड़े हैं?
15 मिनट।
अच्छा।
15 मिनट.
तो सर हम खेत में रहते हैं। खेत में ही हमारा एक मंजिल का घर है। खाना बनाना हमारे लिए रोज की बात है। शुरू में जब हम खाना बनाने के लिए गैस के पास जाते थे ना, तब फ्लेम की आंच और गर्मी की वजह से बहुत परेशानी होती थी। खाना भी पक जाता था और हम भी पक जाते थे। लेकिन इससे छुटकारा नामुमकिन है, इसीलिए फ्लेम की आंच को सहने की सर हमें आदत पड़ गई। घर में बहती हवा से हमें थोड़ी राहत मिल जाती थी। कुछ दिन पहले हम अपने एक रिश्तेदार के घर नासिक गए थे। उनका घर 2nd फ्लोर पर था। वहाँ पर हम खाना बनाने में उनको हेल्प करने लगे। रोटी बनाने के लिए तवा स्टोव पर रखते ही बेहद गर्मी महसूस होने लगी। गर्मी कम करने के लिए कुछ ऑप्शन नहीं था। वहाँ 2 दिन हमने बहुत बेचैनी के साथ खाना पकाया। तो सर हमारी समझ में आया कि हमारा घर ग्राउंड फ्लोर पर और खेत में होने के कारण किचन में गर्मी थोड़ी कम होती है। अगर घर ऊपर की मंजिल पर हो तो दरवाजे खिड़कियाँ खुले रखने से काफी तेज हवा आती है। तो सर हमने सर्वे किया और कुछ शहरी औरतों से बात करने के बाद हमने ये जाना कि ये सबकी समस्या है। तो सभी शहरी महिलाएं और कुकिंग करने वाले पुरुष एक ऐसी चीज चाहते हैं जिसके जरिए गैस की फ्लेम भी स्थिर रहे, गर्मी से भी छुटकारा मिले और वेंटिलेशन भी बहने दे। तब हमने इस दिशा में सोचा और हमने ये ब्लेजर का निर्माण किया। तो सर हमारा इनोवेशन धातु से बनी एक कॉलर है। ये कॉलर स्टोव गैस पर फ्लेम के चारों ओर रखी जाएगी। अलग अलग आकार की इस कॉलर पर कई ऐसे छोटे छोटे छेद होंगे जिनमें से हवा गुजर सकती है, लेकिन हवा का तेज झोंका नहीं गुजर सकता। ये एक सिंपल ट्रिक है सर, लेकिन बहुत इफेक्टिव और जरूरी है। हमारा ब्लेजर किसी भी गैस स्टोव पर, किसी भी बर्नर पर और किसी भी बर्तन के नीचे रखा जा सकता है और गैस स्टोव जलते वक्त दरवाजे खिड़कियां बेझिझक खुले रखे जा सकते हैं और पंखे बिंदास्त चलाए जा सकते हैं और सबसे पहला गर्मी से छुटकारा हमेशा के लिए मिल सकता है। थैंक यू।
Absolutely, this is a real
Excellent.
जुगाड़।
Excellent.
अभी तक तो ब्लेजर में सिर्फ पहनता था, अब तो मैं चूल्हे पे भी लगाऊंगा। तो इस ब्लेजर या कॉलर से क्या स्पीड में फर्क पड़ता है कि जो चीज को पहले पकाने में 10 मिनट लगता था अब 15 मिनट लगेंगे, ऐसा कुछ है या ऐसा
नहीं सर, फर्क पड़ता है। पहले 10 मिनट लगते थे, तो अब 7-8 मिनट में, नहीं तो 5 मिनट में
तो
खाना
गैस भी
पक जाता
बचता
है।
है।
पर मुझे आपकी इन्वेंशन के बारे में जो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सिंप्लिसिटी मुझे दिख रही है जो बहुत सारे लोगों की लाइफ्स को इफेक्ट कर सकता है। और इसका सबसे महत्वपूर्ण इश्यू ये होगा हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी, कि ये हैजर्ड कैसे नहीं बन सकता। तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर इस कॉलर को लगाया जाएगा, ऑलरेडी एक एग्जिस्टिंग ग्रिल होता है स्टोव पे, तो उस एस्पेक्ट से कोई आपने सेफ्टी टेस्टिंग की है इसकी?
लैब में करना है सर।
ओके।
तो इसमें किस मटेरियल से आपने बनाया है और नया मटेरियल यूज किया फिर चेंज किया? थोड़ा बताओ प्रोसेसेस के बारे में आप। और
तो
मटेरियल
हमने पहले फाइबर का करके देखा, उसके बाद हम स्ट्रिप ली, मेटल स्ट्रिप, उसको हमने ड्रिलिंग मशीन से ऐसे छेद डाले। उसके बाद हमने वो वेल्डिंग कर दिया और उसको हमने गैस स्टोव पर रखा। तो उसका इफेक्ट हमें बहुत अच्छा मिला। अगर हम लैब में करेंगे तो बहुत ज़्यादा इफेक्ट आएगा। हमारे डिज़ाइन स्टार शेप में और रिंकल शेप में बनाना चाहते हैं हम। अलग अलग शेप देंगे तो दिखने को भी अच्छा लगेगा।
ये ब्लेजर एक बार जो हमने लगा दिया, कितने टाइम चलेगा? जलेगा, काला हो जाएगा, इसको साफ करने वक्त हाथ तो नहीं जलेगा? मतलब ये सब चीजें
नहीं सर, वो खराब नहीं होगा क्योंकि वो स्टील से बना होगा ना, इसलिए उसको खराब होने की चांसेस कम है।
और अभी आपको सबसे ज्यादा किस चीज में मदद चाहिए? तो अभी आपके पास आइडिया बहुत अच्छा है, आपके पास यूज केस भी है, अब नेक्स्ट आपको क्या मदद चाहिए?
हमें सिर्फ लैब में टेस्टिंग करना है, वो हमें अच्छा प्रोडक्ट बनाना है।
एंड दिस इज प्रूफ कि इंडिया की लड़कियां क्या क्या नहीं कर सकती, किचन में सोच के इन्वेंशन बना रही है। आई थिंक दैट्स इनक्रेडिबल। थैंक यू।
और इन्वेंशन करने के लिए थैंक यू। एंड
थैंक यू सर, आपने हमें इस मंच पर अपॉर्चुनिटी दी।
थैंक यू।
पकाने में तो सबसे फेमस तो ये है भाई साहब, ये सबको पकाते हैं।
Anna, we're
गलत
seeing
नहीं
some
कह रहा।
epic girl power on the stage here.
यार आप लोगों ने तो आग लगा दी स्टेज पे।
वाकई में ब्लेजर पहन लो।
ब्लेजर पहन लो। बट आई लव्ड इट। अब देखते हैं हमारे लास्ट इन्वेंटर क्या क्या प्रेजेंट करना चाहते हैं। बट आप लोग चलिए मेरे साथ, मुझे और सुनना है इसके बारे में। थैंक्स पैनल।
You know, I'm actually really enjoying this. Thank you guys for being my fellow panelists on this journey, learning so much.
Are you learning from him as well?
I'm learning from all of you.
किसी ने सच ही कहा है, one person's garbage is another person's treasure, and one person's garbage bin is another person's inspiration. Okay, I'm damn confused here. Let's see what Utkarsha from Nashik has in store for us. Trash or treasure?
नमस्ते सर। नमस्ते मैम।
नमस्ते, आप हमें बताइए, tell us about yourself. आप कहाँ से हैं और आपका इन्वेंशन क्या है?
मेरा नाम उत्कर्षा है, मैं नासिक से हूँ और मेरे इनोवेशन का नाम है रीबॉटल। कुछ दिन पहले मैं जब स्टेशन पे खड़ी थी मैम, तो वहाँ पे मुझे बहुत सारी पानी की बोतल गिरी हुई दिखी। आज इतनी है, आगे और ज़्यादा बढ़ सकती है।
राइट।
ये जो प्लास्टिक बॉटल है ये 100% रिसाइक्लेबल है, लेकिन असलियत में रिसाइकलिंग बहुत कम होती है क्योंकि 1 केजी में 1 बोरी भर जाता है और इसका जो हैंडलिंग रहता है वो भी बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है। पीईटी रिसाइकलिंग इंडस्ट्री के सबसे बड़े 3 प्रॉब्लम है, हैंडलिंग, सेपरेशन और कलेक्शन। ये प्रॉब्लम रीबॉटल सॉल्व कर देगा। रीबॉटल जो कि एक सा रिसाइकल बिन है जो एचडीपी से बना ढक्कन और पीईटी से बनी बॉडी को वो ऑटोमेटिकली अलग कर देता है और सेपरेटली उसका चूरा बना के हम लोग बेच सकते हैं। एक टाइम पे एक ही बॉटल उसके अंदर जाएगी और जैसे बॉटल अंदर जाएगी वो ऑटोमेटिकली मशीन स्टार्ट हो जाएगा। वहाँ पे मैंने एक रडर मतलब कटर लगाया है, वो जैसे अंदर बॉटल आएगी तो ढक्कन और रिंग है उसको वर्टिकली कट करेगा और कन्वेयर बेल्ट के द्वारा जो पीईटी की बॉडी है वो अलग कंपार्टमेंट में गिरेगी और ये उसी कंपार्टमेंट में नीचे गिर जाएगा। और ये रीबॉटल जो रिसाइकलिंग मॉड्यूल है ये कॉम्पैक्ट मॉड्यूल है मैम। ये हम लोग कहीं भी रख सकते हैं, ये अपनी घर पे भी हम लोग रख सकते हैं और उससे से ज्यादा रिसाइकलिंग होगी।
प्लास्टिक बोतल को हम डायरेक्टली क्यों नहीं दे सकते? मतलब इसको श्रेड करने की क्या जरूरत है रिसाइकलिंग की?
सर एक बोरी में वो पूरा मतलब 1 केजी में बोरी भर जाती है, उसको हैंडलिंग भी बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है ना।
Fair enough.
और आपको क्या लगता है कि इसका कितना पॉपुलर हो सकता है ये चीज? इज इट समथिंग दैट जो सब अपने घर में रखेंगे, हर जन रखेगा, कितना अफोर्डेबल होगा ऐसा मशीन?
मैम इससे हम लोग पैसा कमा सकते हैं ना, कचरे से पैसा कमाना है तो लोग रखेंगे ही।
अच्छा।
That's true actually, yeah, because घर पे my mom does that. वो
आजकल बहुत लोग रेस्टोरेंट में भी जाते हैं, वहाँ तो बहुत
राइट। और अगर अब एक बोरी में इतने सारे किलो जा रहे हैं तो फिर मतलब लगभग ठीक पैसे कमा सकते हैं ताकि वो मशीन की जो एक्सपेंस हो जाए एक किस्म से कुछ टाइम बाद निकल आ जाए, उसके बाद सारा प्रॉफिट ही हो जाएगा और रिसाइकिल भी हो जाएगा।
आई थिंक द मेन फोकस, आई थिंक सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट जो आपकी इन्वेंशन करने की कोशिश कर रही है, एंड करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग, इसके जो ट्रेडिशनली हम 1-1.5 किलो कलेक्शन लोगों को दे सकते हैं, हम अब 30-35 किलो उनको दे सकते हैं।
यस।
ढेर सारा प्लास्टिक हम घर में यूज कर रहे हैं, वो एक बहुत ही एफिशिएंट मैनर से हम रिसाइकलिंग के लिए दे सकते हैं।
यस।
फैंटास्टिक।
मेरा फिक्र ये है कि शायद लोगों के घर में 30-35 किलो प्लास्टिक एक टाइम पे होगा नहीं, पर मेरे हिसाब से अगर हम इसको कहीं जैसे कोई पब्लिक एरियाज में डालें, जैसे रेलवे स्टेशन जहाँ पे आपने इसको पहली बार देखा, ऑफिसेज में, फैक्ट्रीज में, हॉस्पिटल्स, वेडिंग बैंक्वेट हॉल्स, होटल।
सर मैं जो पीईटी इकोनॉमी इंडस्ट्री है उसको सर्कुलर बनाना चाहती हूँ, ये मेरा गोल है सर। और आजकल मिट्टी के जो बर्तन आते हैं उसको हम लोग इको फ्रेंडली मानते हैं क्योंकि वो 100% रिसाइकल होते हैं। वैसे ही अगर पीईटी प्लास्टिक बॉटल 100% रिसाइकल होगी तो इन्वायरमेंट के लिए भी अच्छा होगा।
Very interesting idea. Thank
यू सो मच। देखते हैं इसको हम लैब ले जा सकते हैं कि नहीं। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
हेलो, आज हमारे पास सचमुच बहुत ज्यादा वुमेन पावर है स्टेज पर। दैट वाज अ ग्रेट आइडिया उत्कर्षा। और अगर आपको थोड़ी और रिसर्च करनी है कूड़े कचरे पर तो आइए, मैं आपको मेरे सोशल मीडिया के कमेंट्स दिखा देती हूँ।
मैं आपको मधोक से मिलाता हूँ।
ओह, ये जो आप दोनों के बीच में बहुत ज्यादा मोहब्बत है ना,
I know.
ये मुझे बहुत ज्यादा अच्छी लग रही है।
मेरा मन कर रहा है मैं इसको श्रेड कर दूं और एक बोरी में डाल दूं।
मैं जा सकता हूँ डस्टबिन में।
वो और श्रेड होके पता नहीं कहाँ से बाइसेप्स आ
Yes.
जाएंगे ऐसे।
Thanks for
So
the
let's not
compliment.
talk about shredding anymore.
Ready.
But great, come Utkarsha. I will show you my social media comments.
so much.
Thank you.
आपको क्या लगा मैं मजाक कर रही हूँ? It's not a joke. Come on.
I love it. I love the confidence, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one thing that becomes quite crystal clear is that we do have a plastic problem. And the great thing is that people are becoming cognizant of it.
Two in this episode alone.
Yeah. We have such a large population. And what large population means, you know, more ideas per capita. Yeah.
More problems to solve.
Absolutely.
I think it was very interesting that she has started this as a kind of, in a sense, a domestic space thing, which has then larger repercussions and ways of being in the market.
There's going to be a little bit of a hygiene issue because so many bottles have gunk. It's not just liquid, it's not just water. The limitations on that will be the big...
I believe that shampoo is absolutely a wonderful idea, but one of the reasons why people also like to use personal care products is because of the way it looks.
So if it's like sachets or like, again, the design experts can solve for that, it could be something very interesting if the primary communication is that this is fantastic shampoo.
Correct.
Two girls who are growing up in a small town, the way they provided a solution to what their life biography is.
It is brilliant. It affects every single household across India, other than the 20 households in India that have ACs in the kitchen.
No, and I feel the same way. मुझे खाना बनाना आता नहीं है, and I actually don't enjoy it. And it is honestly because of the heat.
Absolutely.
Mr. Nagarajan started with thinking about the protein, energy, malnutrition issues in India.
Exactly
So
like
it's a
you said, if
very-
they're choosing to solve for malnutrition, then I almost feel it should be a more familiar product that they're
Like
doing.
biscuits.
Biscuits, anything like that. But cheese seems a little more niche to me as a product in
nuanced
general.
as a customer.
Nuanced, yeah, and especially if it's vegan. My concern for them is if they place themselves as a vegan product, they're going to lose out on a more mass market.
Maybe you don't pitch it as a cheese.
Exactly.
Pitch it as a
That's
spread.
a good idea.
Pitch it separately then as a non-dairy melt on your pizza. This is a game-changing idea.
So it looks like our panel has made their decision. Which two inventors will go to our labs? Stay tuned to find out.
First of all, I want to say congratulations that you had the courage. आप यहाँ पर आए, आपने एक इतना अच्छा invention सोचा, and you presented it so well. So you should all be very, very proud of yourselves.
Thank you.
Amazing stuff.
अब वक्त आ गया है कि दो इन्वेंशंस लैब फेज में जाएंगे. एंड उनका नाम है शिवम. Congratulations. I think this idea has a lot of potential. Congratulations.
The next person going to the lab, Ronak and Nagarajan.
Congratulations.
जब आप हमें बता रहे थे about the things that you're going to make. And now the real challenge begins because now you guys are going to go to the lab and now it's a competition to see who can come up with the best product in the lab.
Congratulations, but I also want to say something to those who have not been selected. Please do not lose hope. आपके भी बहुत interesting ideas हैं.
Absolutely.
And you have to keep inventing, you have to keep thinking in the way that you have till now.
मैं भी यही बोलना चाहता हूँ कि जो प्रॉब्लम आप दोनों ने सॉल्व किया है, आई थिंक इज अ वेरी वेरी इम्पोर्टेंट प्रॉब्लम. सो रुकना नहीं है, आगे बढ़ना है. यू आर ऑन द राइट पाथ नाउ. जस्ट कीप गोइंग डाउन दैट पाथ.
Congratulations. We're looking forward to see what you
standing
do in the
ovation for
lab.
all of you. Yes, standing ovation. Amazing, amazing stuff.
Ronak and Nagarajan and Shivam will be heading to our labs at Goa and Pune, where they'll have everything they need to build their inventions. From a drill machine to a 3D printer. From a hammer to our technical expert mentors.
Hi, I'm Anupama Gowda. I'm the founder of Workbench Projects, a makerspace, fab lab, and a public laboratory based out of Bangalore. While we speak of technology making our life easier, arts is what makes us human. And I'm interested in the intersection of technology with the arts. Today, I stay invested in STEAM education for government school children in Karnataka. Welcome, Shivam.
Hello.
So now let's get to understanding your problem statement from its core.
I want to eliminate plastic bottles or use of plastic from our personal care or toiletry products.
Okay.
We have tried multiple materials to make the outer film. After experimenting with polymers such as polyvinyl alcohol or polyglycol, and we have also experimented with more natural elements like agar-agar, sodium alginate, starch.
So what happened with experiment of yours?
Like we've been able to create a PVA ka sheet which will dissolve in water in let's say a minute and a half or 2 minutes completely. We tried different composition. We figured out that sodium and lauryl is the element which doesn't dissolve PVA, but ether and sulfate dissolves it. So we're trying to find a base, a cleansing base, which doesn't have ether or sulfate inside.
So I think you already have your next steps charted out, yeah?
Yep.
Let's look forward to your next level of prototyping.
Sure. There are 3 components to my idea. Number 1 being the water-soluble sheet. Then I have to make an anhydrous solution of shampoo. And lastly, figure out the packaging.
Why buy things when you can make them? Hi, I'm Vaibhav Chabra. I love to make things. A lot of things. Chisel. I graduated as a mechanical engineer and a photographer out of Boston University. Hammer. Post that, I started working for a startup called iNetra out of MIT Media Labs, where I found my passion for making things. Drill. That's when I moved back to India and started Makers Asylum. Driver. Screwdriver. Ronak and Naga, so nice to see you.
Hey, thank you so much. It's such a joy to be here.
In very simple language, ye banta kaise?
What we are trying to do is we are taking chickpea flour. When you heat the starch, it gelatinizes and it forms a structure, a semi-solid kind of structure, which is equivalent to jelly. So we are using that process to make that thick paste into a cheese-like structure.
So gelatin is the same stuff that you use in jelly as well. So it's making, that's why that structure becomes a little...
Yeah, you can say it.
So really looking forward to it.
Indeed.
So today what we are trying to do is we are trying to make first prototype of our chickpea-based spread. So the major difference between a spread and a block is when we tried to do chickpea-based block, the protein content was only from the chickpeas. Right now what we're trying to do is we are trying to enhance the protein content by doing protein fortification using pea protein. Why we are doing protein fortification? Because we want to make it a rich source of protein. So we have already made all the ingredients, whichever ingredients are required to make a spread. We are adding chickpea flour, water, and we'll mix it.
The texture part of it, I think, is coming out well. When we tasted, while it's good, thanks for the usage of our
Nutritional yeast and the fat.
So, because of that, the cheesy notes are coming. What we might have to do is reduce the impact of the notes of chickpea. Let's try and use some of our stronger flavored garnishings or ingredients. So maybe we should look at a garlic paste, fresh garlic paste, pepper.
I figured out how to make the water-soluble sheet. There are many compounds which dissolve in water. I've narrowed down the list with 3, which I'm going to experiment with: PVA, sodium alginate, and agar-agar. So we make the solution with this compound. ये हमने डाल दिया. अभी पानी में मिलने में ना बहुत टाइम लेता है. तो हम अभी रात भर इसको छोड़ देंगे. कल सुबह आके सेम सॉल्यूशन को हीट करेंगे तो और हेल्प मिलेगी. कल गर्म पानी में बॉईल करके तब तक बॉईल करते रहेंगे बेसिकली जब तक ये घुल नहीं जाता. Once the solution has dried out, it will be converted into a sheet, which we'll use to package a shampoo solution.
So after waiting for almost 5.5 hours, our PVA solution has finally dried up and we should be able to extract a thin layer of water-soluble film from the solution.
This is our second attempt to create the spread as the flavor was not up to the mark. This time we are adding cumin, pepper, and nutritional yeast to better it. The texture seems to be okay. Now we need to look at the flavors.
So this is our spread.
No, what I like, the texture is very nice. Nice flavor. I think the texture is also nice. It's a nice spreadable.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Making a water-soluble sheet seems relatively easy, but making a solution of shampoo which doesn't have water inside was much tougher than I thought. We had to try many different approaches and different permutation and combination of all the chemicals and compounds that I could get my hand on. And the biggest problem that we faced while making our shampoo was that every version that we experimented with was becoming solid after being in room temperature for a few hours. And we needed our shampoo to be in liquid form for a better and easy to adapt user experience. It was getting more tense and tense ki we have limited time and nothing is working out our way.
What are you adding right now?
This is defatted chickpea flour, and there's been some amount of processing done on the flour which removes quite a lot of the chickpea flavor notes.
Nice. The chickpea flour along with water?
Yeah, it's water.
It's just warm water. What we've done, we've already measured the ingredients. That's lime, and then there's a salt, and then nutritional yeast. That's the one which really gives you the vitamin B12 and the cheesy flavor.
So now we are adding the flavors.
And what flavors are those?
So this includes cumin, roasted cumin. Then we are adding garlic, and then we are adding pepper, black pepper. So it's a garlic pepper cheese. So we'll stop it. Now we'll start heating it. So
now is when we start to gelatinize the starch in the chickpea.
We are now taking the temperature to 70 degrees Celsius.
And that's when you're going to add the agar.
That's when we add agar, and we also add tapioca starch to get a decent body.
And then what does the agar do?
Agar is also a thickener.
Water binding.
Water binding agent.
Yeah.
We're more or less done. Now we just need to pour. So now this goes into the refrigerator for setting.
Yeah.
Sometime in about 6 to 8 hours.
We are using sodium lauryl sarconate from coconut extract, which is a mild cleansing base to clean out the hair and a moisturizing and hydrating element. By combining these three compounds together, we get a basic shampoo in liquid state without using water. Then we'll test it with our PVA sheet. If the PVA sheet is able to hold a certain chemical, then it's a pass. So by, I think, last few days only we got the perfect composition for our product. To give a more natural vibe to our shampoo, we added lavender, jasmine and rose fragrances and made it in two colors, orange and green.
I think the texture part of it, we seem to be okay.
Yeah, it's got like some sponginess and nice feel to it for sure. Wow, nice.
So you see what happens is, depending on the thickness you want, we want to see how thin we can go.
Yeah.
And then maybe we want to do a cheese slice.
No, totally. It's quite tasty. What I like about it is the fact that it's not really cheese, but it is sort of getting into that area. But I love the way that you've gone about the entire process of taking something like a high fiber diet, which is chickpeas, and then use that high protein and then made a new substance out of it, which is great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Open the box. Take one sachet out, put it in your hands. पानी चलाओ, थोड़ा गीला करो, squeeze your hand, इसके नीचे चाट. Sachet is gone. Thank you.
Shivam, Ronak and Nagarajan are back to our studio in Mumbai for our consumer test, where cheese alternative and shampoo bubble will be tested by our focus group. A group of carefully curated everyday people brought here to test the inventions. The invention they find most useful, usko wo karenge add to cart. And the invention जिसको सबसे ज्यादा लोग चुनेंगे, वो जीतेगा 10 लाख रुपए. Welcome back.
Thank you.
From ideation to prototype. Excited?
Nervous, excited, mixed.
It was a roller coaster ride.
Great. Here is our focus group. They are your consumers and they're going to try your products. So do you want to go ahead and take them through?
Hi everyone. हम अपने खाली शैम्पू के बॉटल के साथ क्या करते हैं? उसको फेंक देते हैं, right? And it ends up in landfills, ocean और हमारे घर के पीछे वाली गली में. My invention eliminates the need of plastic from all personal care products ranging from shampoo, body wash and hand wash. Shampoo Bubble is a plastic-free, 100% biodegradable and waterless shampoo. Shampoo Bubble has a special shampoo solution which is water-free, yet it is in a liquid form, encapsulated in a water-dissolvable film. So जब आप एक bubble अपने हाथ पे लेते हो and it gets in contact with water, the outer film dissolves in water and the shampoo is left in your palm. And then you wash your hair normally with it. So abhi set pe to we can't make you wash your hair, but I love to try and wash your hands with the product.
Now, since you have washed your hand, it's time for a mouth-watering snack. Presenting you made from plants, chickpea-based cheese alternative. It's 100% vegan. It's good source of protein. It contains very less fat. It's 100% plant-based and 100% lactose-free.
What's nice about it, you can consume it the way you wish to. So we've presented to you only 2 of the formats and 2 of the flavors. Thank you.
Go ahead. Let's go and try the first one.
The shampoo bubble is a great product. I would really have to try it on my hair to figure out if the formulation works on my hair, but otherwise the whole idea of the shampoo bubble, I think it's great. And I would definitely give it a purchase.
I really like the concept. I like the packaging. I like the whole idea that there was no wastage at all. And sachet itself got dissolved, which was very nice. So I think it's quite usable.
When I actually tried the shampoo, it was not like, making a foam inside the water. For example, if I am rubbing it in the palm, so it should foam. Somewhere I felt that it may or may not be effective on the hair. I somewhere felt the quantity, I would be needing at least 2 to 3 packs to wash it properly.
Firstly, I was very excited to see the vegan cheese. As a vegan, it's very difficult to find vegan cheese on the shelf. So it was like the perfect combination of proteins and carbs and fats.
Actually, देखा जाए ना तो मतलब ना तो ज़्यादा salty था, sweetness भी उतना ज़्यादा नहीं था.
Honestly, chickpea cheese actually didn't really fascinate me. I mean, I thought of it to be very creamy and all, but it didn't work out like that. I felt the sodium level of that was also a little less, so मुझे एकदम bland लग रहा था.
It's time to vote. Looks like the focus group has decided which invention they want to add to cart. Let's head back to our panel so they can reveal the winner.
Okay, guys, so it's been 10 weeks and we have been doing a lot of rock and roll here.
Yeah, weeks of presentations and weeks of work in the lab and then weeks of, development of prototypes. I can't believe the final episode is finally here.
I just, I love the fact that we have such interesting different concepts, wearables, things that make easy living. ऐसे inventions होने चाहिए जो हमारी life को आसान कर दें.
Yes.
And today we are looking at some organic inventions and I cannot wait to see them. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, let's bring
All
them
right.
out. Come on, guys. Yay. Hi. Hello. Welcome back.
Hey.
आपका experience कैसे रहा lab phase में?
It's been full of ups and downs, but I'll say I've enjoyed every moment.
Shivam, you went into the lab to make one thing and then you started working on something else along with that. So how did you feel about that?
So when I was making the packaging and the packaging was done, everyone was like, "Ye tera invention and ye ho gaya, so you should put more time and focus in perfecting this instead of making a second thing." But in my head, I was like, "Sirf ek sheet dikha ke main kaise dikhaun?" So then I thought that I had to make a water-soluble film and shampoo which doesn't have water, but it's still in the liquid state.
A shampoo without water, which is still in a liquid state?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. And Naga and Ronak, how was your experience in the lab stage?
We had some experimentation to do and then to figure out how do we increase the protein levels. So there was some amount of tougher stuff to do. The joy was actually to see some of the younger people really pushing themselves because it's not something which you get to see on a daily basis.
Right.
So, I mean, spending time with them, seeing them, overall in all, if you look at it in that context, I think it was a fascinating experience for us.
I think that's what's so great about this experience, right? Regardless of who wins the 10 lakhs today, you have both succeeded so highly in our eyes. You've something that you should all be very proud of. So with that, should we have a look at the shampoo to start?
I'm excited.
All right, boys. All right, can you show us how it was? Lather it up.
And yeah, lather it up
And the sachet also.
I'm happy to see that it's lathering quite well.
Yeah. Hey, oh my God, it's gone.
Minute.
Yeah, amazing.
Very cool.
Okay, that was amazing.
Thanks
Well
so much.
done.
All right, gentlemen, let's try your cheese.
Okay.
All right.
Our favorite thing is when you get to come and eat on the show.
This is a cheese equivalent or an alternative with pepper and garlic. I mean,
Can I
garlic
try?
and herb. And that one is a garlic and pepper.
It's certainly cheesy.
It has a really nice cheesy resonance, which is, I'm like really like surprised. It's amazing.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Awesome.
Very well done.
So the common thread between both your inventions is that you're looking to change behavior. And both of these inventions target big issues that are facing the world right now in terms of sustainability. I think I pretty much have tried every single vegan or dairy cheese alternative that exists in the market. But the real game changer for me here is the core ingredient that's being used. You're using chickpeas. So flavor and texture, I think, still needs a little bit of work, but you guys are nearly there.
The people who will consume this and the kinds of people that you want to take it to, especially in a country like India, which has a very differential style of relationship with cheese. People are used to one particular brand, cheese pizza kind of thing.
I also think that the same struggle is with shampoo. People are very particular about what brand they use. So getting people to switch, not just the packaging, but also the shampoo, is kind of an uphill battle. But you are fighting the right battle.
And Shivam, I think, with the shampoo bubble, for men it would be okay, but for women they'd have to use multiple packets, which would mean multiple, rubbing. So the customer experience could be perhaps improved over there. I love the fact that it's sustainable, but I think there is some work that can be done from a lathering perspective as well, come to think of it.
Right.
So I think it's time to find out what the consumer base has decided. And it's time to call out Ahana.
Ahana, yaha ana.
This is such a boring old way of calling me. Come on, guys. It's the last episode.
I don't want to say the Nahana word.
Oh, God, no, please, guys. No, we're not doing this.
Where's the envelope?
I don't
Where
know
have
where
you
the envelope is.
Where have you kept it, Ahana?
Why
Come
should I
on,
always
tell
be
us.
carrying the envelope, guys? Come
That's
on,
also
stop
true.
making me work so hard.
It's a heavy burden to bear.
I've also innovated something.
Have you?
And here it is.
Aha.
Oh.
Aha.
Come on.
Here we go. How cool. Check it out.
All right.
All right, this is the last time on this season that we're handing out this envelope. Let's find out who is winning this check. Are you guys ready? And the winner is Shiva!
तो इस शो से मैं लेके जा रहा हूँ बहुत सारे न्यू पीपल, फ्रेंड्स, बहुत सारा पैसा, एक ट्रॉफी, टीवी पे आने का मौका एंड ऑफ कोर्स मेरा प्रोडक्ट.
Congratulations on winning the Inventor Challenge.
Thank you.
The finale episode, guys.
Go, Shiva. And with that, we come to the finale of our finale. Our search for India's most talented everyday inventors comes to an end.
These kids have no interface to technology today. Could I possibly change that?
I believe this is a simple, cost-effective and eco-friendly way of decreasing the load of the environment. My ultimate goal is to use technology to try to solve human problems.
The experience that you had is faced by millions of visually impaired smartphone users all across the world.
The way your mind works to find hacks to everyday life of real India is absolutely amazing.
The concept is really cool. The science behind it is super cool. I loved it.
Prototypes breaking down, pulling all-nighters, and working till the last minute to making their inventions work.
Whoever is going to own this device, it is like a magic solution.
Smart key, braille keyboard, to even augmented reality map.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
We literally saw a paper and a verbal idea, and this is now a legitimate working prototype.
This is part of a new way of thinking. It's a new India.
हमारे लिए तो आप जैसे inventors hero हैं.
When you do something like this, is you're going against big industry giants.
This is the final destination.
And the winner
is
Prisha.
Gunjan, congratulations! I can't wait to see what extraordinary ideas we're going to see next season from everyday inventors. Thank you all for watching the Inventor Challenge, a Colors Infinity original. Until next season, goodbye from us.